Welcome everybody, this is the recap, the debriefing of today's Bund session. It's Tuesday, October the 22nd. Yeah, fall is here, weather is good, at least here in South Germany. And what do we have today? Well, after this very nervous Brexit day, as I told you yesterday from Thursday, we had some range on this area and also had some range here in this area than yesterday, and you see there was not so much defending necessary for the OTF trader here from the upper side from the range. You say they stayed basically just short-term traders driven in this range yesterday, but we see a little bit defense from the long side. That means this old strong low from Thursday here, which was built with the transition, is still something where you see they accumulate here. They try to push it lower, but you see as they got here into the lows, with the test of the low, with the test of this area again to the strong low, you see people bought again and absorbed here, and then in this area already absorbing. You see this here, this is in this area here. And then as they hit this area, we see immediately this responsive buying back into this area around this Thursday distribution. Again, interesting is then we see one time, let's say some blinking from OTF appearance, holding this area at the strong low, in control, not getting lower. And yes, on the short side, we had this imbalanced phase yesterday in the morning away from the build pre-market PUC, pre-market value that was already a value build below the Friday, so the day before. So this was also my hypo yesterday with the short to this area here and then to the second target around this 95, I think, which was reached. And overnight showed then some interest on the bottom, but this was just not confirmed by big volume. You see this is just people, Asian session playing around, no big money here involved. Interesting was as the more reasonable time frame starting at 8 o'clock here, we are back. We are back, boom, flushing back into this yesterday value. That means we staying here and building the pre-market value. And this is then my hypos based on this observations, short-term driven yesterday, a little bit OTF appearance here protecting the strong low. But overall, I would say if we see that they cannot buy into this pre-market high, this area around 170, 98, 99, if we see there even a, let's say, activity in this area, then we prepare only with responsiveness sellers to the range short. If we see even that they testing again and pressure gets, or let's say pressure increases from the sell side at the low, only if this means selling strong initiative towards the 170.82, then we will go and look for the strong low 74 to the 55, even 33. But we need to see the strong selling initiative. Hypo 3, play long. So think of it, hypo 1 and hypo 3 is often like the opposite, the list levels here. That means if we don't see the responsiveness and prices feeling comfortable around this area, 97, 8, 9, 171, and we see then a strong initiative, that means strong buying power into or at this level, 99, 171, then the targets one would be 11 and then the 25 area. That means going back and testing this area here, going back 11 here, the week 50, and then if you get above test in this area from the initiative, from the imbalance started here from this overnight and pre-market created yesterday PUC here, this 25 level. Of course, they can even go higher, but I'm always calculating now to make it more easy to understand only this target 1 and 2 area. I think this is proper enough, and it's enough to create some 1-2 good risk-reward opportunities and to get this into your statistics to calculate how often do we get T1 target or T2, target 1, target 2. Is this realistic? What is the stop? Because this is what you need to understand. We need to find out, can we have a hypos that have often, most of the time reaching the target 1 and also target 2, because it's nothing worth if you have a hypothetical 20 ticks, say, profit and working with a good 5-6 tick stop, but you never get this. They never go to. This means your preparation has something still to be proven, is something needs to be proven that is that it's wrong, and you need to prove that what is the reason for it. So when you look in my picture preparation, you see that most of the time this is for realistic target areas, my target 1 and target 2, and I'm also working on to not be too conservative even with my target 2 then. So that means if I see they easily reach T1s, of course, then and T2, I have to think of, am I too conservative? Then I have to improve. Just to think of, this is then my hypos. And what happened then in the market, we will see at the trading screen. This was pre-market moment right before the open, 8 o'clock 56. And you see market felt some kind of comfortable already here short before the open, because see in Delta, we had all the time creating a bullish structure. That means we bought with the pullback, again the low, we absorb. When we pull back, we get into buying again. We played this one time in the morning where I prepared my range level, my lower distribution edge from also this yesterday lower distribution edge. See, nothing really exciting happened. Nobody trying and forcing to get below. The people that sold here didn't sold more than to this moment. You see already here starting more to buying, and nothing really extremely extraordinary happened here. We didn't extend, we didn't try to play the bottom, but we more stick it then to the upside. And you see this structure tightened at the high, not be confirmed like by the, let's say, the overall volume structure was a little bit blurred, and you don't see like a classical P shape where you say, wow, we have a bullish imbalance already here in this bullish skewed distribution curve. But no matter what you see in the structure, that the value is shifting here and building the main value then here at the top, short before the open. It's 9 o'clock 56, and what we see is here that more and more people buying, obviously here at these areas. You can see this in Delta if you're not sure. You can also look at footprint if you're not sure. This would be look like then this here. When you see here that they buy here, and you see where the volume, where the interest is coming in, and you can also use just looking also, let's say, at the delta. When you see that, all right, I use the delta, and you can also look at the building market POC, pre-market POC, which is obviously built now here. So that means just to see what is happening, and then is how state this in context. And now remember what you have prepared or what I have prepared. That means we have only two things we have to concentrate on. This would be when we don't see this behavior already starting here and now looking boom, 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 selling, 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 selling. So that means look here at this hypo 1. This would be then the range short level from this area to the bottom. All right. And if this is not happening, this higher pre-market volume edge finds no responsiveness selling signs, yeah, then we look not only immediately going for a long, but we really want to see the strong buying power into this area. Understand this. This is just what you now have to concentrate. Of course, this is not easy because now you're using your triggers, this here, and also looking, and then also have to find out which is the trigger you have proven given you the signal from getting information out from the noise. And you know two things: responsiveness selling signs with the open, boom, boom, get into the short with the target around this other side of the edge, maybe the 88 area, and also be prepared if you handle then more precision that this could be a continuation. On the other side, we want to see this behavior, but continuing after the open as well, and see what happened. Remember, it's 8 o'clock 56, all right? We have this hypo, responsive selling or initiative. So what do we want to see? First, we see, all right, see this? It continues, buying, buying, buying. Remember, where are we? Aha, 99 area, aha. Increasing by initiative into the level, aha. Building value, aha, all right. Everything's looking good. Staying. Looking back, got absorbed a little bit. Boom! Wow! 600 contracts, 700 contracts. 700 contracts traded into the offer. We paying the offer at the 171.03. Everything is looking not like hypo number 1, right? No responsive buying here at this area right now. So everything is looking quite good so far, and you want to see this happen and be confirmed also with the open. All right. What do we see? Open takes place. We're staying bullish. We're staying concentrated here at this level. We're seeing overall after some little bit pulling back, buyers are still here. More market buying, right? All right. We're pulling back. You see this? A little bit pulling back, a little bit even getting 2 ticks lower, but overall Delta started to build its POC, not at the bottom, staying controlled, distribution normal, and buying. All right. Now, 9 o'clock and 1, 9 o'clock 2. Boom, initiative again. Now, what you think? What do we have now? Remember, we see value shifted already to the upside. We see this 99 find initiative buying, no responsive selling. Do you agree, right? See this, immense buying. You can also look here at footprint, immense buying imbalance, all right? Do you see this also here, again, where we are, right? All right, at the level from my hypo, right? This taking place here, right? Okay, 11, target 1, 25, target 2. Stop. Now, what do we have to do now? What we have to do now is understand if this is not a trade and you say initiative comes again, we stayed here, I enter now, think of it. Where is the stop now? Where is the stop? All right. You could say, I want to go with this area. We have this area. The volume edge from the pre-market also fits to this yesterday higher distribution. We see the initiative coming here. We see where was the biggest amount of money put into the market. Right here. 9 o'clock, 58.30. This button here. You could say now, as I'm always tell you, you can prove it. That you can prove your own. I say always going in Bund when a normal volatile market, and I'm going with a 2 tick stop. So tick stop means here around the 99. Okay? Okay, resume. Entered at 05, stop at 99, 6 tick stop, opportunity number 1 to 11. All right, but you of course also want to get to the 25 because this is the prepared T2. Remember what I said at the beginning. This should be a realistic target area for going into a trade. Okay, let's assume you entered here. This is your stop, and this is then your target, 25. Look what market is doing. Do you know what you want to see is they can pull back to this area as long as they don't go and stop you immediately out, and then you have your safety stop at 99. If they pull back and you see good behavior, what you want to see is the continuation then coming in someday of the shorts. Not even yet a taken profits here. Reaching target number 1, the 11, even it here got 56 contracts, even got trade, 33 also in the bid, 12 contracts. High probability you got filled here reaching your target number 1. Now you see what you could have expected, because you see this was the bullish, I marked it with the green rectangle, this bullish control area. You see, all right, they pulling back, they retest this area maybe, all right, you see overall delta stays bullish. No need to put your stop closer when you see even they pulling back here, but you see overall nobody is really getting aggressive out of shorts, out of longs. All right, they test in this area, even test the O level. They only sold 12 into this. Look at this. They only sold 12 into this. You can see it here, right? Then they test in this area again, and they only sold 8 into this. Look here. They only sold 8 into this. Sold. They've only sold 8 into this, and then going back. More buying initiatives now coming in. Does this make sense for you? All right. Remember, why did we mark this area? Okay. Most initiative, most important buy control level, most important level where the imbalance was about to start. Do you understand? So that means unproven in the big picture, but in the short picture, imbalance where we was started, collecting, actively building power. So what you want to see at this area, we going back. When we pull to this area right now, what we want to see is now that they do not extend this level to the downside. And also what you want to see is that this market selling here in Delta needs now at this area. I know this also happened here, but this was at this area. We want to see at this area pulling back. See this here. Now getting back into, let's say, confident market buying again, okay? What you now want to see is that the price is not falling below this area, but you off your safety stop here, right? And you made your target 1 and only waiting for your target 2 trade. So look for it. Now you see the initiative came in again, boom, 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 pressure. Now, as the new buyers are in the books, the new bulls are in the books, the new positions are in the books, you can now pull your stop. It's okay to pull it now closer to the low of the structure. Let's say here, because you don't want to see prices going here anymore, because a, let's say, healthy, ongoing long scenario, after pulling back, finding new confirmation and new market buyers, doesn't want to break out now. This just don't make sense, because then we would be in the scenario where we more have like a double bottom then that fails. That doesn't have to be. It still can be a balanced area before going into more long then. But overall, there is a risk and a probable, and to be cautious about this risk that we are now failing, hitting the high again, even with Delta is bullish, but if price cannot go higher, you can say, all right, I don't want to risk more than this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tick stop, and that's it. I made my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ticks with the first position. Second position is house money. Don't have to pay anything for it. This is just, let's see if it goes into the target and move and stop proper to it. What is happening? What do we see? All right, initiatives don't stop. Price is impacted still. All right. Somebody's taken profits already here, see this? But overall, they grab the pieces and they stay in the book. You see this in footprint. We see some selling, but you see they taken and being and stay and be aggressive, more market buying. Market buy orders, market buy orders, market buy orders. Okay? What is happening? Your stop is here. You're calm, you're waiting. You're looking for this reaction. You have your stop here. You're seeing everything is in the game. Visualization is green. All right, we're at the top. More profit taken. But buyers coming back. Buyers coming back. Would be now the about to fail double, let's say, double top look like this, that new initiative is coming in? No, this is the first good sign that you're totally right, your prep is good, and you're feeling this is looking very, very good. And you're also feeling no need to hurry. Let's let them play around here. As long as they stay in control, we see initiative at the top, everything is fine. Wow, initiative at the top. No imbalance phase, new imbalance phase, new imbalance phase. Pulling back at this area after build a 6 tick higher high from the 11 to the 17. All right. Oh, pulling back. Extending the range a little bit by 1 tick. Immediately market liquidity here provided. See this green rectangle in the bid. Nice. All right. Again, initiative at the top, selling, taking profits, go into this area where we were before. All right, we staying in this range. Another little bit extension to the downside, but no aggressive selling at the delta. What can you do now? We're reaching now the 17 area. We know this is about the area where we had yesterday some little bit, let's say, breakout. This was the structure break from the second lower leg at the 18. What can you do now? I can tell what you can do. You have now 2 options. You can waste your very good cheap entry at 05 and say now, obviously this higher rotation don't hold, and we see the second attempt here going higher didn't work out. We are also not staying in the structure. All right, you see structure was here. Now it extended by 1 tick to here. Now it is extended by 1 tick lower to here. we have like stair tips. Doop, doop, doop. All right, you say, this is enough for me. I take my profit here because this doesn't hold. Or you can say, I'm looking for a wonderful risk-reward trade. Risk-reward factor 4. You have entered at the 05. You made your 5 ticks with the first target with the scalp. You had your stop at the O. You can say, I don't want to risk more money. And you see, you can stop. You could now take your profits here because it seems like the structure is a little bit not so stable like this was before. Or you can say, right, I had this very good risk reward. I stay in this trade. I don't move my stop here to the 00, or I move it, let's say, if you really need to secure and you're only looking for the short-term scalping, then you can put your stop now to the 05. See what's happening. All right, the guy who put it to the 05 didn't got stopped out yet. Very lucky shot, because people sold into this area, and before the liquidity protects this area, there was some moments where it could be driven into your stop. But you were lucky, all right? But the guy who pulled the stop already here, he would be stopped out now, or she. All right, protection. And now what's happening is we are at the top area. I pull it a little bit closer. You see already there is this responsiveness. People in the big picture holding this area again. They staying in control. And we're seeing initiative and also protection here. And boom, reaching my target number, 225. 112 contracts got bought into the offer, and then again 3. You probably be filled here with your second contract, but even if you were one of the last in the row and you're not filled, boom, you get filled here now. And that's it. You see now more aggressive protecting from the big picture, you see from the other time frames, and you see market is still running here in a beautiful trend to the long. And now it's 11 o'clock 18. Now we have a pullback situation, but overall staying here in this higher distribution. That means that higher distribution that is built from here to the upside, right? From here to these areas here. So everything within here is totally in this more bullish, imbalanced course now, and getting into maybe a balanced or a consolidation phase or whatever profile from this early Tuesday. And I just wanted to see this, that what you can do to stay with your idea, what you can do is when you get a very good cheap entry where you have find out this is your number one thing. And when we just delete going back and see what this hypo is for, then you see the hypo should give you a cheap price at an area that is most realistic to have a good risk-reward trade. And you see this very, very interesting here, that you have in the maximum only risk here a 6-tick stop to your T2 target, a risk reward 3.33, and in the middle then when you put your stop then closer after seeing structure holes and initiative coming in here again to this area where you made the decision maybe here, then you have at the middle a stop of 5 and say 20, so risk reward factor of 4. And you see this was the area that was never be then in danger anymore. But if you were thinking different here and say, no, this structure, this needs to hold, and boom, stopped out. Wasting your chance with a cheap entry to get to the target too. Staying with your big picture preparation is what gives you in the long term makes you a consistent, profitable trader when you stay with your big picture preparation. And we know at the end, there are two things, technical and the trust in your preparation. And this can only be built by training. Make big picture preparation. There are no shortcuts. Again, there are no shortcuts. I made this for hundreds and hundreds of hours, testing with Matthias, showing him for months and months and months to get confident. And when you're confident, then you still have the number 2 problem. You have to find a balanced mood, let's say professional trading mindset that serves you with good behavioral patterns. And this is the second goal you can have on your list to achieve. This is not easy, but it makes sense if you think of it at the end. If you have already failed a little bit in trading, this is what it's all about. All right, thanks. So far, it's Tuesday the 22nd. This was the big picture debriefing and trading debriefing of today's Bund session. Anton Apfel for Manapa. Bye bye.